So say you're given a function such as this. F of x is the absolute value of x minus 3, and I want you to evaluate the function at -1, at 5, and at 3. Okay, so let's start with a, which is f of -1. Now, since x is the independent variable, then f of x is a function which is related to the independent variable. So f of -1 is the same thing as f of x when x is equal to -1. So in this case, you're just replacing the variable x with -1 wherever you see it. So f of -1 is, since it's x minus 3, it's going to be -1 minus 3, absolute value. So evaluating the inside first, -1 minus 3 is going to give you -4. And the absolute value of -4 is just 4. Since the absolute value is the positive distance that the number is from 0. Right? So now let's do part B. So part B is f of 5. Which, just like before, f of 5 is f of x when x is equal to 5. So we do the same thing here. So f of 5 is equal, since f of x is the absolute value of x minus 3, then we just replace the x with a 5. So we get absolute value of 5 minus 3, which is absolute value of 2. And the absolute value of 2, since 2 is 2 units of distance away from 0, then it's just 2. And I'm sure I can do better than that. 2. So finally, f of 3 is f of x when x is equal to 3. So f of 3, since f of x is what? The absolute value of x minus 3, right? So here we replace x with 3. So this becomes the absolute value of 3 minus 3, which is the absolute value of 0. And since 0 is 0 units away from 0, then we just write 0 here. So, to summarize, f of -1 is 4, f of 5 is 2, and f of 3 is 0 if we have f of x is absolute value of x minus 3.